over those 40 days, Jesus appeared to over 500 people. During those 40 days, this was the bridge between resurrection and Pentecost. It's a time of commissioning and teaching and spiritual preparation to receive the Holy Spirit. What I want you to see is Theophilus. He was called most excellent. This is the title of rank. This is an important guy. In whatever realm of the world that he operated in, this dude had some clout. But you see what the Holy Spirit will do for you and what He wants to do for you and what He's probably doing for you is He authorizes you with power to disciple someone in social power, someone with influence. You'll find that doors open that should not open. Man, shout what I'm doing here. How in the world did I get to know this guy? I don't want you to be surprised when what the world sees as important people come to you asking questions. When your Nicodemus shows up at night. I don't want you to be surprised. I want you to know that you have supernatural authority, spiritual authority to disciple your Theophilus. And the third element in this model is the multiplication strategy. You see, by discipling him, what Luke has done, he's tapped into his entire network, his entire sphere of influence. You start discipling a business owner, and then that business owner is going to start speaking to his family and his workers, and you'll start having Bible studies during coffee breaks. This is the multiplication factor. You mean I got to waste my time talking to her? That her will reach people you'll never have access to. Find your one, find your Theophilus, and disciple them. You see, this is another equipping moment. I'm sorry. I want you to pray about who's your one, who's your Theophilus, who is the one person that God is calling you to disciple this year. What are we, early November? This year. Maybe the calendar year. Who's God calling you to disciple? Just one. Just one. Who's your Theophilus? I guarantee if you will take the time and ask the Lord to reveal that person to you, that He's been revealing that person to you. They've been in your circle. They've been in your sphere. They've been in your DMs on Facebook. If you're willing to disciple just one person this year, not everyone, not the masses, just one. Like Luke invested in Theophilus. Jesus invested in 12. Paul invested in Timothy. Who are you going to invest in? I know we've given the apostolic calling our 29er mind, and that holds true. That's sharing the gospel. But I'm asking you to pray for your one. Who is your Theophilus? Who are you to disciple one-on-one? You see, that's how movements get started. Not with big crowds. Remember, Jesus fed the 5,000. And what was the ROI on that? They bolted after a free meal and left stuff to be picked up by the disciples. Pick your one. Your faithful investment in one life at a time is where movements are started. So let me continue. Acts 1:2. Until the day in which He was taken up, after He, through the Holy Spirit, had given commandments to the apostles whom He had chosen. Until that day in which He was taken up. So which day is that? Well, we know that's the ascension. That is the final time when Jesus was lifted into heaven. We know this because Acts 1:9 says, after He had said these things, He was lifted up while they were watching, and a cloud took Him up out of their sight. That is the day of ascension. I want you to understand this timeline. There's a timeline, and we're going to talk more about it as we get into the book of Acts. It's the resurrection to ascension timeline. You see, after crucifixion, Jesus rose on what was the Feast of First Fruits. That was Resurrection Sunday. And then Jesus was on earth from resurrection to ascension. That was 40 days. And over those 40 days, Jesus appeared to over 500 people. He didn't come to hide in the shadows. He knew that His time was limited. He knew that His mission was well defined. 1 Corinthians 15 said, after that, He appeared to more than 500 brothers and sisters at one time, most of whom remained until now, but some have fallen asleep. What Paul was saying was, y'all go ask them yourselves. There's a lot of them left. Go ask them yourself. But over those 40 days, Jesus appeared to over 500 people. During those 40 days, this was the bridge between resurrection and Pentecost. Now, the Pentecost came 10 days later. Pentecost is 50 days. It's a time of commissioning and teaching and spiritual preparation to receive the Holy Spirit. It is the Holy Spirit who would guide the early church and is here to guide you to continuing the mission of Jesus Christ. And you see, Jesus was also, during those 40 days, he was here to fulfill yet another messianic prophecy. John 16 says, "But I tell you the truth, it is to your advantage that I'm leaving. For if I do not leave, the Helper will not come to you. But if I go, I will send him to you." And what will the Helper, the Holy Spirit, do when he comes? Well, John 14:26 says, "But the Helper, the Holy Spirit, whom the Father will send in my name, he will teach you all things and remind you of all that I said to you." He was there to do it then. He's here to do it now. He's here to do it now. The Holy Spirit lives within you. The Holy Spirit is here to remind you. Will you receive? Will you allow him to speak to you? You see, the Holy Spirit is doing what Luke told Theophilus he would do. This is why it's so important for you to understand who the Holy Spirit is. It is so important for you to understand your relationship with the Holy Spirit.